Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. I'm filming this on Saturday the 21st, and then it should be published maybe on Sunday the 22nd. Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday, only one Kenobi. Happy birthday to me. Yeah, it feels a bit weird singing happy birthday to myself, number one. Number two, it's not even my birthday on the day I'm filming this, but Sunday is. So yeah, I just thought I would do this video, which I've been waiting to get this open, that Padme, this one also. This Sio Bibble here, look at this, what a great figure. I was kind of holding out before I opened him because I wanted to see if I can get one that was a beta. That one's in really good condition, that, look at that. I still to this moment don't want to open it, but I got it for a really good price, that, so I think, because I want the figure loose, I'll get him open. And I was waiting for this morning, this Boss Nass here, which I'll talk to you about him in a minute, but that's a great looking figure, that. And then that's all I was going to do. I was going to just do a opening of Phantom Menace, obviously, but then I thought to myself, I've got other figures that are related. I knew I had this dude here, speaking of Boss Nass, I've had that since Echo Base Live in 2021, August, so I better get that open. But then I had others from Phantom Menace. I've got this dude here, that cost 700 whoopee or whatever the currency is on That's part of that skirmish with Sebulba. It's Chumba 9. Just a Sebulba in a way to a chap chow. And then you've got this guy. This is, what's he called? Poof. Yarael Poof, is it? Yarael Poof. And you know what? I was going to say I will do them on a separate video, but sod it. Let's just make this a lovely Phantom Menace opening for Sunday the 22nd of January. And galvanise our current love affair with Phantom Menace and all these items I've been reviewing recently. Let's have an opening of all this stuff. So, brilliant. There you are. The situation with Boss Nass is this. The guy who sold it to me stipulated that it had damage, which is fine, but they sent it in a jiffy bag, and now the whole thing had come loose off the card. Now, I have messaged them to ask them, is that the situation? You know, the picture looked like that. On eBay, it was like that. So you could see that the top was loose, but there was no mention of it being completely free. There was no photograph showing it completely free. So I've messaged to say, number one, thank you for the postage, because it sounds funny me saying thank you for the postage when I'm about to moan about it, but they had actually spent more on the postage for this second class sign than I paid for. I only paid $3.55, and the figure itself was $1.99, so just over £5 for all this. From what I can tell, it looks to me like Boss Nass has not been removed from there. I think he is crushed in there. But it's just annoying when I open it up this morning and I don't get to open it. The postman has technically opened it, or the postal service has. Plus, this data file was rolling around in there, which is a shame. But still, that's the situation with him. I'm going to mount the camera now, and we will start with Boss Nass. And I will go and also get other figures that will help us with this review, like the previous release of Boss Nass, which is nowhere near as good as this one here. And then I'm looking forward to opening all these other Phantom Menace figures. Let's do it! Great stuff. I've just cleared the decks, and we'll have a look at this Boss Nass, which was actually given to me nearly 2 years ago by my mate Mike from Solo Shot First. I mean, that's a nice looking figure. That's when he looks serious. It's kind of a small figure. You would expect Boss Nass to be bigger, and you can always tell even on eBay. I've been looking and eyeing up this figure for years now, this one here. I have wanted that. That's like being on, we've all got a list of stuff we really want to get. He's been on it for like a decade, easy. I finally got this one here that Mike gave me, which is a lovely figure. That's like when he says, "We are ready to do arson part." But just doesn't cut it for me, that. I want a bit more of that. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Yous are not greater than the Gungan. Me's I like this. Maybe we are being friends. I want a bit more character, so let's get him open. The data file. I won't bore you with the data file. We'll have a quick. Actually, no, we will have a quick look. Eh? What have we got here? I like these. I have kept every single one I've ever got from the Power of the Jedi line. It's just, why not? They're just nice little things to keep. You know what I mean? Right. And let's get him open. Stefan. Yeah. I mean, for all I know, the guy could have even just repackaged that and just been not straight with me with his listing or the public. But we don't know. I trust that maybe I can't believe anyone who puts something in a jiffy bag, even if it's damaged, is just having a laugh. If you're going to spend £4.35 on postage, put it in a parcel. But he could get back, or she could get back and say, well, I couldn't get hold of a parcel or blah, blah, blah. But still, it was just really disappointing not to be able to open this for myself this morning, despite the existing condition, which I was well aware of it being damaged, but not to that extent. But look at that figure. That is phenomenal. If they were ever going to redo Boss Nass, look, do you know what? I'd be happy if they put that on a vintage card. What a figure that is. Look at that. Look how much bigger he is. You could do forced perspective there. You could have that Boss Nass in the back of your shelf because he's smaller. Have this fellow on a separate shelf. I love that. Really like it. Very happy. What a lovely start, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the next figure I want to open, you see this Padme here? This is god-awful. Look at that. That terrible likeness. I mean, this figure came out in, I'd say, around 2011, maybe 2012. I'm sure this was the movie line. And that is a dreadful facial sculpt. Looks nothing like Natalie Portman. I can't even tell you who that looks like. But one thing that was really good about the 1999 line, and well, that's 2000, 2001, maybe this whole line of figures from the Phantom Menace movie line, they were great facial sculpts, lovely figures. Absolute brilliant apex of the kind of brand new Hasbro after taking on Kenner days. It's just got a softer face, man. I mean, I'm digging that a lot more than God. Bruh. Nah, I'm not digging that. In fact, I have her on my shelf facing away. In fact, I actually might just retire that figure now. But this is this one here. Let's have a good look at it before I rip it out. Only $7.99. I wonder where and when that was $7.99. So let's see what the situation is. I'm going to just have to rip this open, man, I think. Let's just take one last look at it. Look at that beautiful freshness. The midness. I got this for a lot less than $7.99. I know that much. So I wonder what the seller got it for. It might have been $7.99 before it was in their hands. But it's time to booyah this one, man. Booyah! Oh, man. Get it out of there. Oh, my God. Am I insane? Yes. Oh! Natalie. Just lost her. Hang on a minute. There she is. That means we must have to capture the Viceroy. Everything depends on it. Now, Viceroy, we will discuss a new treaty. Something like that. I think she was good in it, Natalie. They all did as best they could with the script, you know what I mean? And that's no dig on George. Wow, look at these two blasters are two different sizes. That's something I never expected. These blasters are two different sizes. Let's have a look. We focus in on that if we get Natalie in the shot. There you go, you see, two different sizes. Hey. Never knew that. Anyway, let's get her holding them and we'll put her on the stand. I do have a Comtech reader somewhere. Or whatever they're called. Were they called Comtech? Yes, they were. I'll have to get that. I got one that was secondhand years ago. I've never used it. I might do a video going through all my episode 1 figures. And there she is. She just is so soft and innocent that figure just does the job, man. Not that hard-faced Helga that we saw before. It's terrible. Right. There's another one. Speaking of Padme Amidala, this is nice. And there's some really nice Padmes. The one in the vintage collection is kick-ass. Let me go and get that now, actually. This is probably the best figure they've ever made for her. This one here. And I was dead against the reissue of that figure. But when you saw what they did with it, with that facial sculpt, it was absolutely spot on. I'll sign no treaty, Senator. My fate will be no different from that of our people. Captain. Yes, Your Highness. Ready my ship. I welcome your support. You can pretty much make out Natalie Portman there. You know? It's not a bad figure anyway. Right, we'll just get that in the background for now. And let's get this one open. Another data file for the collection, so that's quite nice. And I'm going to booyah it, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. Boo! Oh, lady. Boo! Oh, come on, man. Wind it up. Booyah! Oh, my God. It's not happening, ladies and gentlemen. Booyah! It's not happening. Booyah! Oh, my God. I can't booyah it. It's real tight on there, man. Booyah! Fucking hell, man. It is not happening. I can't get it open. Booyah! Oh, my God. I can't get this open. Booyah! That was hard work getting that open. That was really a tight seal after all these years. Let's check the year. It says here, Lucasfilm, yeah, 2000. So just the year after the Phantom Menace came out, and they were still making great. Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? That's beautiful. I'll go and get another figure of Padme that's terrible, which is why I'm glad to have that one there now. Where is she? The one where she's wearing as I think the BOE called it, the Mongolian outfit, is not the greatest. I got that in Sunderland in the year 2002, this one here, in a Poundland. I got it just because it was £1 or 99p. Nah, not so great, but the thing about this outfit here is that's just great because, well, you know, she looked like that, you know, when you first saw her in the film. And then when she looked really sad, it says, can you tilt the head forward? When she stood at the window and the Theed invasion happens, this lot come rolling in, she's not happy about it, obviously. Because, you know, nobody really wants war. All you have to do is look at World War II and the stuff that went on then to understand that war ain't a good thing. War ain't good for anybody. But, yeah. That's a nice figure, that, man. Look at that. And these beautiful lights on her as well. Another figure that I've always wanted but never got because of the price situation. She can be listed for quite a lot sometimes, but I got that for a good deal. The same price probably as you'd get a TVC figure nowadays. So that's that one. Now what is left? I've got Sio Bibble here, and should I open these other ones? Yarael Poof and friends? Yeah, I suppose I could. I don't know how long this video is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, but still, let's just keep rolling. Now, do I booyah this guy? In good conscience, I don't think I can, because someone's kept this pristine for years, and I'm going to be respectful when I open this. I've done that slightly more respectfully. He fell off, man. Come on, God, they're just very loose in these, obviously. Don't like doing that. I wanted to have the first contact with the thing, not the floor. There he is. Great figure. Sio Bibble. Let's get his contact out as well. I wonder what his contact voices say. I'll have to get my reader out. I mean, I doubt the actor would have voiced it. They probably got some guy to imitate it. I bet they sound terrible. I don't know what they're like. Are they like robotic versions of like Ewan McGregor? You were right about one thing, Master. The negotiations were short. Right. Let's get his weapon. Oh, did I show you much of that? There's not much on the packaging for that one. See. Contour. Blah, blah, blah. Hope I've not opened a rare variant here. Good God. But this might pain a lot of people to open things like that, because that's one of the very few existing. There's I mean, he's rare anyway, but I've just opened one that's of good condition. So many apologies, but let it breathe. Let's get his gun in that hand there, and let's get him on the stand. It's a shame he hasn't got a holster. I don't really like this fellow having a gun. He looks like a pacifist anyway. Look at that, lovely. We've lost all communications. And where are the Chancellor's ambassadors? I like him. I like the look of him. He looks like he's aged a lot, or they've made him look like he's aged a lot. You see him at the funeral procession in Revenge of the Sith as well. That's the last time you see him. He's got very much longer hair, I believe, and he looks stooped. But he looks good. The actor who played him is good. Very Star Warsy. Very wise sage character. Very good. Very good. Right, let's keep going with this Phantom Menace thing, man. I'm quite enjoying myself. So let's do it now. Let's open Gragra. Let's do it. Oh yeah! Don't really mind about opening these in a funny way. You get a stand as well, good. One thing I do keep with these, if you are a regular viewer, you'll know that I like to keep them. For whatever reason, I don't really know. I've got a load of them though. It's because it's just artwork, isn't it? It's just in a nice condition. Keep it. And it comes with this hologram Vader thing. Red one. I've got loads of them as well. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with them. Oh my god, I've got loads down here. I've got 2 of them now. Look at that. It's 2 Vaders. And I've got... Oh, that's a Queen Amidala, ironically. Don't know what figure that came with, but it's come with something I've opened recently. Let's get them open. I wouldn't mind buying that Streets of Mos Eisley cinema scene now, because that doesn't come with this figure. It comes with a cardboard picture with him in the background, and you get another Watto, and you get a Jar Jar, I think. He's got I'm going to keep him just in mint condition for now. Put him on the stand. And then I'll just want to show you the figure so we can speed through this review. Oh, I've just lost it. The axe comes in a little plastic case like that. So we'll get that out. This little chopper. Maybe I could... Oh, wow, he could have a job on the barge, couldn't he, man? Yeah. Still got that X-Wing parked there, but I might get him on the barge. Well, no, I won't, actually, because anything I put in the barge never gets seen because I keep my barge shut. I don't keep it open like a doll's house. Which way round is he? There you go. And yeah, I usually put crap figures in my barge. For example, this Bosk I usually put in the barge because it's a 5 POA one. It's a nice-ish figure, but I don't really particularly want him as my main Bosk on the shelves. And there is this guy, Gragra, or whatever his name is, and there is some of the food that he sells. Let's have a look at that. These crazy fish. Or frog things. There's that. I think Jar Jar tries to eat something that looks like that, doesn't he? Like that hammerhead type thing. Anyway, that's that. There you are. Does he... Oh, yeah, he's got 700 whoopee or something. Whippy. I don't know what the currency is on that part of Mos Espa, but that's a nice figure. I like it. Let's get another one open. Let's get Yarael Poof. You know, when I first watched Attack of the Clones... Oh, yeah, I thought they were talking about this guy. You know, they talked about Sifo Dyas. Well, I thought Sifo Dyas was this guy. And I thought this guy was one of the Kaminoans because of his long neck. Because they said, you know, he was a Jedi on the Jedi Council, is he not? So I thought he was related to that planet and that species and stuff. But no, that was a mistake. Because he isn't actually there, I don't think, in Attack of the Clones. So it's obviously he was killed or retired or something like that. Who's this? Oh, it looks like One Kenobi. How wonderful. And there's the stand for him. So he is. So it's Israel, and is it Yarael? Yarael Poof. What a weird name, anyway. Poof. You saw that in Daniel Cho's voice, right? There he is. Nice. Let's get him out. Oh, lovely soft goods. I don't like that lightsaber, though. I don't like the lightsaber because it's very Ralph McQuarrie. Although some could argue they would like it because of that, but I just don't think it matches the continuity of the rest of the Star Wars line, unless it's a special type of lightsaber that does that. It's like a bit of creative license, that from Hasbro, I'd say. They've probably thought, well, let's... You know what I mean? They've done some lightsabers to match artwork from concept art. You know what I mean? But, well, I don't know. It's still interesting. Well, can I explain? I do like the look of it because it's different, and I like the way it looks like it's glowing. Actually, kind of looks quite like a lightsaber glows with the blue on the outside of it. What I mean is, it's just that doesn't make any sense. The emission, where the emission blade is, But it does kind of look like those Macquarie things that they made. I like the soft goods though. Great figure though. Look at that facial sculpt. Wow. Would have been cool if he was one of the Kaminoans. And he had the link with Kamino. Dooku worked with him, conspired to set up a clone army and so forth. But wow, look at his high heels. God. What? What? Return of the Jedi? Get out of town. That's an error, that, isn't it? That's a factory error. That's like a factory error you will not know about until you open the figure. Look at that. So that's definitely Phantom Menace. He is definitely Phantom Menace. He wasn't running around in Return of the Jedi, I imagine so. Very interesting. What does the stand say for him? Yeah, that says Star Wars Phantom Menace. That's amazing. That's a factory error. They've got the wrong sculpted stand to go with the wrong figure. So that's that there like that. We're nearly there, ladies and gentlemen. One more thing to open. At the minute, I'm on 22 minutes of recording, but I will obviously edit it down a little bit. Right, and lastly, I think this is an army builder, this guy here. It's a nice looking figure. Look at the beautiful detail they did here. Articulation was not as good as, say, the Legacy collection got, but the sculpture and the detail and everything of these figures are just absolutely class, world class. It's the golden era of 3 3/4 inch. You know, anything after 2005 was kicking ass. Although one could argue in the 2000s and the late 90s, they were doing beautiful stuff, man. But yeah. Rep Bean. So the Rep Bean, representative. Rep Bean, or maybe that's why he's called Rep Bean. Maybe you've got Rep Boon and Rep Bang and different names for representatives of the Gungan Council, but I'm waffling there. Let's get him open. Oh yeah. Last one now. And let's see if he's got the right stand. Yes, he does. The Phantom Menace. And we've got the inside tray. There he is. Look at that beautiful pattern there. Look at that beautiful. I'm well into my Gungan culture. I nearly lost him as well. My Gungan culture. I'm going through a massive period, spurred on by the MTT there. I really want to get myself a fan bar. Some guy very generously offered, excuse me, to donate his fan bar for me to review, but then I can't accept that, man, because I'd want to keep it. I don't want to be reviewing it and sending it back. When I review that thing, I'll be keeping it forever. If that makes sense. But thank you for the offer anyway. Rep Bean, nice card back there. See, all these things make you think about the vintage collection, you know? Imagine that on a classic card. And let's get this guy out. And his staff reminds me of, well, many a Star Wars character from years gone by, but in particular, you've got him. Oh, see, he'd be good stood with his entourage. With multiple guys looking like that. But still. I might think about using that. I don't want to waste figures, so I might use Boss Nass 1 to go with these guys. This army of mechanics out there is you, we saw. But that's a lovely figure. You do see them all around in that council meeting. I can't remember seeing them in the sacred place. When Gungans are in trouble, they go to the sacred place. Let me just get the camera level. I'm so sorry. The whole review, for a long period of this review, the camera's been on an angle there. God, it's been on top of a hammer. There you go. You don't need, for figures like that, you just don't need a stand, but let's put him on anyway. In the interest of continuity. But what a nice figure that is. Look at that beautiful artwork there. Look at all these art departments that have worked on these movies years gone by. These tiny details are not missed. We love them. And we just know that they would have all been yesed by the man, George Lucas. ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pan the camera over all of this stuff. And I've really enjoyed doing that for you. Celebrate my birthday, which is the day you're watching this video, but I'm filming this on Saturday, the day before. And these are awesome figures. All from the Phantom Menace. Happy 23rd anniversary, is it? 99, 20, 21. It'll be the 24th this summer. 24 years. I haven't just opened that, but I did get it on the shelf to compare it. To compare it with this Padme here. Nice soft face, that. Nice. Just lovely statues, man. Sio Bibble. Really important one. I can't wait to get him stood with my Chancellor Palpatine and Senator Chancellor Valorum. Except on the Clone Wars, a guy, he pronounces Tim Curry's Sidious said Chancellor Valorum was... I can't believe they allowed him to pronounce Valorum like that. Although one could argue that in the Star Wars universe, pronunciation and whatever is open to interpretation. Even George Lucas doesn't pronounce half the planets and names of places like the rest of the world. You know, George Lucas says things like Nebu, and he says Mos Eisley, and everyone else is saying Mos Eisley and Naboo. So I just don't think there's any set rules, but look at that. Nice. And here are the Boss Nasses. This is the one that's really impressed me today. Get both side by side. What a beautiful figure that is. So I love Boss Nass. Boss Nass a lot. We are ready to do arson part. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.